to Cowabunga Corner. In this episode, I am talking about Ninja Turtle relationships. Now, I'm going to focus on my favorite one. I've never really been someone into relationships, and it's not something that has got me excited or upset me. It's just been there, and usually I found those episodes boring, as I'm not a romantic. Never been, never will be. But there was one certain relationship that caught my attention, because at first, I did not trust the girl. Yes, that was played out in the Archie Ninja Turtle comics. They had all these fantastic new stories, new characters coming at us, with the Mighty Mutimals being introduced, and then around issue 30, actually issue 29, they introduced this Fox Warrior. She's evil. She's attacking the turtles. She's working for the bad guys. But Raph finds her cute. And as they're fighting, the two of them exchange some bickering between each other. And then she ends up realizing just how evil her boss is and switches teams, joining the Turtles group. At first, I did not trust her. It took many issues of her being there before she gained my trust. I liked her work. I liked her personality, but I'm like, she's going to be trouble. She's going to betray the Turtles. And Raph's going to be the one to feel it. And the issue that gave me this idea was Raph and Ninjara together very shortly after she joined the group. They're attacked, or at least they feel like they're being attacked by some warriors. Though, as they're fighting, Raph asks one of the warriors why they attacked them. And the warrior says, "We didn't attack you, we came seeking for your help," as he's passing out. And Raph's like, oh no, he's out cold. The way she wraps her arms around him as she says, his loss, your gain. I'm just like, this girl is going to be trouble. And she starts explaining to him that it was his attitude, his fiery side, his darkness that draws her to him. So this brought the two of them together. This made it so we had our relationship going on inside the Archie group, adding this new character that start being part of their adventures. And the more she was in the comics, the more I'm like, oh, I like Ninjara! Oh, she's awesome! She's got this full history. She's got her tribe that she's been outcasted from. She's got all this drama and personality and spirit thrown into one character. And I loved it. I just thought, wow, this is something I could enjoy through and through. So, as I was reading the comics, she became someone I looked forward to seeing. But at the same time, I wondered, why is there no merchandise of Ninjara? Or the Mighty Mutimals? But Ninjara's never had a toy, never been on any of the coloring books that I know of. She hasn't been in anything else but the Archie comics. And her character has been so great. Yes, she did go on after leaving Archie for another comic book series where there's a few guest appearances with her that I know of, and I got a few of those, but I missed her with Turtles. Now, Raphael got himself completely head over heels for Ninjara. He did a lot with her, and through reading the comics, there wasn't really a lead up to the two of them not getting along. But there was a warning. When Raph went into the future, his future self warned him that Ninjara is going to leave him. Why? It wasn't coming. It just was not jumping out at me. As I read the comics, I read that warning. I'm like, okay, he's warning him, but this is something probably far down the line. Something's got to come up to change either of them. But the Archie comics ended way too fast. We know we did not even reach 100 issues with the comics ending. So I'm like, why would this be even a concern? Why would Raph leave Ninjara? Or why would Ninjara leave Raph? It just, no, this ain't going to happen. There's no real signs of it. And yeah, we're still seeing a lot of great stuff with Raph and Ninjara, even after that warning's given. And then, they started their saga called Moon Eye Saga. This saga started in the 60s, and it was a 4-parter where all of a sudden, Ninjara switched her personality. She's sitting there pissed, mad at Raph, completely angered. Why? At first, I didn't even understand it. I'm like, where'd this come from? She was attracted to Raph for his attitude. He hasn't changed at all that much. Well, he's had a little bit of character growth, but he hasn't changed that much from who he was when she met him. This is only 30-some issues after they met. So, what was this trigger? She's all pissed off, then she meets this wolf guy, and she leaves Raph. What just happened? I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it. I mean, I hear there was some stuff going on behind the scenes with the writers and the artists trying to wrap up storylines. But really, the ending between Raph and Ninjara, there could have been something else. This ending did not make sense to me. What did I like about Raph and Ninjara is that the two of them had personalities that worked together. They were very, very compatible. They were both warriors. They were both strong. They both had the same type of interests. They were, the first time I saw a relationship bringing into the Ninja Turtle world something worth reading. I mean, yeah, there's been other Ninja Turtle relationships. There's Mikey and Kella. I don't even know how the two of them happened. I just know, okay, Mikey's and Kella's in the first few episodes. They're not flirting that much. Then all of a sudden, later in the series, they're flirting. Leonardo and Lotus Blossom. Oh, that just happened way too fast. There was one fight and bam, Leonardo's in love with her. Way too much, okay, this is what we want. We want a love story. And there just seemed to be a lot of those thrown out. Even Turtles 3 had Mikey falling for Vistu, which is the only other area where I was okay with a romance story. I just feel that a lot of times romance is just put in there because people want to see it. But when it came to the Raph and Ninjara story, it was put in there because it actually made sense. Ninjara and Raph worked together. It was completely well written. It was well drawn out. It was well developed. We watched the climb of these two characters getting together, only for boom, a surprise ending. What I liked about Ninjara, as I mentioned earlier, is all of her history. You get to meet her family. You get to see some of the stuff she's gone through. You get to find out so much about her and her skills. She's right there with the guys. She's got their backs. She's able to joke around with his brothers. It was just something where you felt it. It was realistic. You have a relationship, it's going to affect the full family. And seeing future Raph heartbroken to see Ninjara and realizing he's got to warn his younger self. The warning was there, and still the breakup happened, and there was no reason. Oh yeah, I'm going to really repeat that a lot because I did not feel there was a reason for this breakup. Ninjara was in half of the Archie series run. She came in the late 20s, and she lasted into the early 70s. She was such a fun character that she got people to keep buying the comics. You still find people talking about her, even though these comics ended years ago. This is not something that just, lasted for many years and disappeared with no words, but it did end back in the early mid-1990s. We lost the Archie comics. They rebooted and came out with this little 3-parter thing that did not go anywhere, and it was done. Kaput. And Ninjara was out of Ninja Turtles completely. She never showed her face in the cartoons, the movies, the Mirage comics. She was just gone. But to this day, this female character remains my favorite female character in all of Ninja Turtle history. She is the best introduced, worked through character that developed with the guys. Yeah, there's all these jokes about April O'Neil being with the guys. I don't see it. I'm glad that she's got Casey Jones because I really never wanted to see a relationship between April and any of the turtles. It just, the only other area where I could have seen something forming would have been in the 4Kids series with Donatello and Sydney. But that's it. I mean, most relationships, I'm like, oh, they're just doing this and it will be over and whatever. And I don't cling on to it. But when it comes to Raph and Ninjara, I just felt that this could have been gone farther. The two of them could have had more of a life together. And I really wish it did happen. I would have loved to have seen, I still would love to see Ninjara merchandise. I would love to see the actual action figure or a doll. Something that shows that she's still there in the Ninja Turtle marketing because the fans still like her. Have you read the Archie comics? If so, what is your thought of Ninjara? Are you romantic? And if so, was this a relationship you felt that grew the proper way? If not, if you are not a romantic, if you're like me who goes, I'm not into the love stories. If you're not into it, did you like this relationship? Let us know what your thoughts are. Do a video reply, write a review, comment below. Let us know what you think of Ninjara and Raph as a couple. Are they a couple worth following? And if there's any way of getting Ninjara back into the Ninja Turtle realm, would you be supportive of it? Please rate, comment, or if you have not already, subscribe to Cowabunga Corner. And we will be happy to bring more episodes of fun, informational, and interviews for Ninja Turtle fans all around the world. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.